about the furthest thing from formal in here, right? But every now and then you're going to have some formality, right?
I'm gonna go back.
I guess it's that time. Like we all know, in jiu-jitsu there aren't that many belts. It's a long time to develop between them, right? You go through a lot of peaks and valleys along the way. So this is a bag is full. A lot of people have gotten to that moment today. If it's not your time, don't worry. You know, it is your time. You do the same thing either way. Get promoted or not. Keep training, keep showing up, keep helping the team. Yes,
yeah, let's do it. Try to keep the talking guys a little bit more on the shorter side today so we can get to the fun part.
yeah,
Right?
right?
Alright, but first promotions of the day here. One thing really cool, guys, about martial arts, no matter what martial art it is that you're doing, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, whatever it is, it's one thing, guys, right, to develop, you know, strong friendships and everything like that on the mats here when you meet new people and everything. It's a totally different experience, though, guys, right? When you start on this journey with a family, right? Having been able to do that, guys, right, in my life with my older brother and now my other cousins who recently just started here, I can definitely say that it is a super rewarding, awesome experience having a family member right next to you, going through pain, blood, sweat, and tears, all the horrible things that this sport kind of brings to us in a sense, right? So with that being said, these two young men have definitely put in a good amount of work. First started with us maybe a little on the goofier side of things, right? But they've definitely started kind of, in a sense, to turn a little bit, and kind of started getting a little bit of that nastiness about them. And for one of them, now if he starts to compete, everybody better start hiding their wrists. Ninja ninjas. Don't chuck those off to the side. Definitely put in a hell of a lot of a few times that were a little bit more on the formal side, right? Good job.
Good man, guys. So, we've had brothers, and I've had the opportunity to train with my family outside of this year and my brother as well. It's a super rewarding thing to train with different gender beings. And having a father-son relationship on the mat and developing at the same time is a really special thing. It's great for the coach, it's great for the team. It's just a really unique thing, and I really can't wait to obviously be a father myself, hopefully one day have my kids on the mat as well. And being able to do that and see that as a coach, two people coming at the same time and develop at the same rate was super rewarding. Nice to hear.
By the way, guys, if we happen to screw up today on your guys' belt size, you don't have to stay with the belt that we give you guys, right? If you want to get yourself a more proper fitting size, by all means, feel free to do so.
And keep your belts. Especially when you're promoted beyond white belt, you never want to see your white belt again. But keep your white belt. Okay, trust me.
Alright, next guy. So, I was hoping that we were going to get everybody who does the trains jiu-jitsu with us. I'm going to go quick, run, over there. It's always cool when we get everybody in here from the different hours and whatnot, because not everybody can make the night classes. Night classes can't always make day classes and whatnot. You guys who've done the night hour with me before know that there's definitely times where it's not very crowded, right? There's definitely been a lot of times where it's just me and one, maybe two of you at most, right? Had plenty of nights where it's just me and Hutch by ourselves, right? Just rolling and beating the hell out of each other, right? And then there's days where, hey, we do get a decent group and whatnot. This next guy has been one of those super consistent guys. Damn near been in almost all of my night classes with me whenever he can. This guy's definitely been putting in a bunch of work. Definitely deserves this belt here. Andrew. Perfectly. All right. Yes, sir.
All right. All right. One thing I like about coaching in competition and tournaments is when you really get dialed in with your competitor and you feel like you're playing a video game. Like you're out there just doing what they're calling to do. Super coachable. That's a pretty unique feeling. And that comes from just years of discipline from wrestling and other forms of training and just having been that savvy. And really just having an open mind to training. And as well, just bring it every time they're on the mat. And just I couldn't say enough good things about the way that guy trains, competes, and he's always just bringing a positive, just go get energy. And I'm very happy to see you do that.
Solid so far on belt length today.
Belt tying technique is definitely superior to not for good.
Good enough. Ah, that's what yeah. Okay, I was wait. I thought that was it. Okay. Alrighty, so last of the blue belts here today. You guys have all kind of probably figured out by now that we are definitely not the most formal of jiu-jitsu academies in the world, right? And definitely not only just for us here, guys, but definitely with martial arts culture all around the world, that if you're not talking smack and, kind of flipping each other's shit and whatnot with your teammates, right? Are you even really teammates, right? Are you really even buying into what we're doing here, right? So this next person here, the team absolutely flips this person, quite a bit of flack and whatnot, but he absolutely dishes it back and also has put in a lot of work, has definitely made a lot of improvements to earn this belt. Martha. And also, I think we can all agree the key selection that she usually has is pretty on point. Y'all want the fun-looking bees and whatnot, the cool-colored ones. Come talk to Martha.
All right. These are special. They're all special. Don't get me wrong. Like, no shit. Every belt that you get is miles. Like I said, it takes years to get them. But this is when it's getting serious, right? This is when you've gotten beyond learning moves and trying things. You eat, you pick up some classes and teach a little bit, do all that kind of stuff. But this is when it's just like, okay, you're putting jiu-jitsu together in a big way and you're making it your own. Okay? It's very significant though. There's only a couple more, and one more, and then you get this guy, right? So if you know you're on your way, you get purple belt. I know a lot of people that have blue belt. I'm sure everyone of you is going to go purple and brown and black, you know. But you don't get very many of these. This is a long time ago in this game. I'm very happy that that was made. About as close to emotional as you're ever going to see me right now. Just so not so good with that whole feelings thing.
What are those?
I know, right?
Alrighty, so, last guy here for this purple belt here. One thing, guys, right, about martial arts, right, one of the coolest things, right, everybody always talks about how math is a universal language. And I hate math. I failed it 3 times throughout my life, so I'm not going to use that comparison. I think personally, guys, right, I think martial arts are absolutely a universal language, right? No matter where you go in the world, right, it could be in the States, it could be in Korea, it could be in Brazil, no matter where you're at in the world, if you find people who train martial arts, you have something in common, right? What you have in common is that you're striving for that damn impossible goal of perfection, right? But as you're chasing perfection, we're achieving excellence along the way. Right? One of the cool things, guys, right, when we start, bringing in new people, right, they're not always brand new white belts, right? Sometimes you get people who come in, right, from different academies and whatnot, right? They put in some time elsewhere, right? But it's always really cool, guys, to see guys come in from a different team, right? They buy into what we're doing, right? They fit in with the culture, right? They buy into the program, what we're doing. They're being a team player, right? They're helping the younger guys and whatnot. That's what this is all about, right? And ever since he's been here, he's just been putting in solid work, helping everybody. And along the way, he's definitely turned into a nasty little grappler again. It's Joe.
You know how you see a move or you learn something in class and you're like, why didn't I know that the whole time? That's how I feel right now watching Jake Kai Bellis. I just realized exactly what he was doing. Do all over again. Start over. Thanks, guys. Super proud of all of you. I mean, the best thing to do, I'm not so good with verbal. I'd rather just grapple. so we're going to break these belts the right way. But like I say, I'm super proud of you. Can't wait to see you all in the next competitions and adapting that.
This is not going to be the only promotion of the year, guys, Brett. Probably going to end up doing another one, probably maybe like October, November, somewhere around in there, Brett. There's definitely a good group of guys in here who are this close, right? And then some of the people who aren't here today, also just right on the verge, right? So just keep putting in that solid work, guys, right? Keep showing up, keep training hard, busting ass. Belts change eventually, right? One thing, guys, right? Also just kind of remembering here, pulling this from John Danaher a little bit. Skills are perishable, right? That's something that we always got to remember, right? Just because we get promoted, right, doesn't mean now that all of a sudden everybody who's below your rank is now all of a sudden going to be your play toy, right? You guys all know, right? Everybody in here who steps out on these mats is tough as hell, right? We all can bring it, right? Keep bringing that for each other, right? There's gonna be those days for you guys who just got promoted today. There's gonna be those days when you show up and you're like, do I deserve this? Should this really be tied around my waist, right? We all experience that, guys, right? No matter what belt rank that you get to, you're gonna have those days. Those are the good days, though. That's when you know, hey, the level of the gym is rising, 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 rising. Keep doing that with each other, right? Keep pushing each other, make each other hate life in a sense, right? As you're rolling with each other, get those good hard rounds in. Keep elevating the level of the room. I'm super excited to see where this program keeps on going and going and going. Just keep bringing that awesome energy you guys have been doing. That's all I got. Let's break those belts in the good old-fashioned way. Yeah?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, guys. That's all I got. Coach.
That's it, everybody. Congratulations. Just not time to
Yeah, let's do it. Really quick, before we start trying to kill each other, I want all you guys who just got promoted on the wall.